I met up with a Twitter friend of mine, Anna, who is also a feminist, and we went to see the movie Spy today, starring Melissa McCarthy. The trailers make it seem like this is a laugh at the fat woman movie. It is not that. I enjoyed it. Let's talk about it. Here we go. So if you want to see a raunchy, inappropriate movie full of disgusting humor akin to Bridesmaids, this isn't quite it. Instead, with Spy, Paul Feig takes all these spy movie tropes, reproduces them really, really well, but then turns a lot of the ideas within the tropes on their head, resulting in a very feminist movie in like 95% of all regards. One thing I'll talk to you about at the end is horrible, and I wish they had left it out. In the trailers and the posters, Melissa McCarthy is dressed absurdly. She seems like she's going to be the Paul Blart of this movie, but that is not what happens. At the beginning of the movie, she's a desk jockey. She's sitting at a computer helping out a field agent that she has a crush on. But even at the desk, she is awesome. She is amazingly fast and smart and extremely competent. Immediately points for me. And then circumstances unfold so that she volunteers to go out into the field, even though that is a scary proposition for her. More points from me. And then before she's sent out, we see some training tapes of her in action as a potential field agent for the CIA. She's badass. So it's reasonable that she's going to be badass out in the field. I'll grant you that is a bit of a spoiler, but it is important to include here because without that premise, the rest of the movie doesn't make sense. So I have to tell you this because I have to applaud the movie for kind of making sense. Other movies with this setup would do that, like Spies Like Us, starring Dan Aykroyd and Chevy Chase. They were horrible in the field. That is not the case for Spy. Instead, one of her male peers, played by Jason Statham, he is the incompetent one. And it is done so hilariously. I adored how funny Jason Statham was in this movie. But I think one of the reasons why this movie shines as a feminist movie is that you've got a lot of women in different roles, ranging from the badassest of the badass, played by Allison Janney, who is a fantastic head of that department of the CIA, to Melissa McCarthy being an excellent field agent, to the evil Raina, played by Rose Byrne, almost caricature of evil. Morena Baccarin from Firefly has a small part, but she plays it excellently. And then there's an assassin who's amazing, and she's played by Nargis Fakhri. I think that's her name, Nargis Fakhri. She has a fight scene with Melissa McCarthy that is awesome. It was so good. And then at the very end, this is kind of a spoiler, but she doesn't go with the rom-com ending, which I flippin' adored. It was so great that she chose to decline that. Yes! Throughout the movie, the action scenes are intense and enjoyable, and the insults and one-liners and almost non-stop profanity from Melissa McCarthy is just... I mean, I don't usually like profanity, but I love the profanity in this movie. It was really funny. To wrap it up, the bad part. Peter Serafinowicz plays a character by the name of Aldo, who is essentially just a sexual assailant. Like, every time he says something, it is offensive. Every time he interacts with Melissa McCarthy, he is usually groping her or trying to grope her. It is horrible. Anna, my friend who went to see the movie with me, suggested this brilliant way to change this movie. If it gets cut again, all you have to do is dub in Italian lines over all the things that Peter Serafinowicz says and make the Italian lines not sexually harassing. There's one scene where he's pretty physically assaulting her. That whole scene could just be cut. Start off with, hey, can you untie my hands? And then he says, yes. And then they're out. That's all you have to do. If you fix that, Paul Feig, the movie becomes pretty fantastic. I hope that the Ghostbusters remake that Paul Feig is making with an entirely female main cast doesn't do this same thing. Admittedly, it could have used more diversity. I mean, 50 Cent is great, but that's like your only diverse representation? Come on. Have you seen Spy yet? If you have, let me know in the comments what you thought about it. What do you think of my take on the situation? Did I read this correctly? And if you haven't seen it yet, do you think you'll see it based on my review today? Let me know that as well. Or tell me anything that matters to you in the comments, because I want to know what matters to you in the comments. We have reached the outro. If you don't have closed captions on, you might wonder why there's white space down here. I use that as a way of highlighting that you can have captions. Closed caption your videos. If you don't mind, please like this video and then share it on Facebook, Twitter, or Tumblr. I'd appreciate that. And if you'd like to watch more videos where I talk about geeky things and or feminist things and or geeky and feminist things, please subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. I had a fun live show with Nicole Sweeney of Sweeney Says. If you missed it, you can watch it by looking at the live events playlist on my channel. This coming weekend, I'm not doing a live show, but I believe my friend Rowan Ellis is going to do a live show, so I'm going to be tuning into that, maybe helping her out. And you've made it to the end of my vlog. Thank you so much for watching all of this. And as I always say at the end of these things, tomorrow will be even better.